Thank you. Kosuke? Right. Now, if everybody go on that side, hopefully my uke will be down here in a second. If not, I'll borrow somebody else. One of the things that, and Bob was talking about it, you know, when you get in trouble, you know, you go back to the basics. You know, what is some of the basics that we have? Well, we've got uke and tori, and what do? You know, one's going to attack, one's going to defend. Now, how do we attack? Is Brad out here? Danny, come here. I'll use you. No, never mind. I'm gonna jump around a minute. This has changed my thought pattern. How many people in here know what a drop step is?
Can we see it? I'm not familiar with the terminology.
Now, how do you teach it? How many of you were a high rank before you figured out what it was? I was Sandan. Carl kept talking about it, but he never showed it. Me and Will and Kitty were sitting around one time in a clinic and went, oh my God, that's it. Now, I've gone a little different way. If you're gonna, here's how I teach it. If you start leaning, you're gonna take a step. Now, no, that's not what you're gonna wanna do. You don't want to give your balance, but that gives you a reference point for that. If you can get to where you can hold posture and take that step, then you can get the drop step. And a lot of stuff builds off of this drop step. So the first thing I'd like to try is, if you will, and if you can do the drop step, do the drop step. If some of you can't, lean until you can and take that second step. Now, it should be something like heel to toe. There will be times that you can do even, but more than likely it'll be something like this. If you get that, then take two of them. Try that for a little bit. If you've got problems, there's several of us in here that
Your mother told me to say that.
Okay.
I'm like, just feel myself just rest. Like, somewhat there, like, zone, like, relax the forward on the knees, just kind of bending the knees.
Now, have you thought about the fact that you're going to end up taking two steps with the same foot?
I hate that thought.
How's your marathon going?
Because I'm working on
Okay. Everybody kind of got that? Now, that's going to be important in a little bit. How many people, when they first started, liked a hand in their face? Oh, thank you. I felt at least somebody should raise their hand. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use that drop step with a hand in his face. Now, I'm not trying to do this with this arm. If I'm touching him, I can't blast him. I'm going to try and touch my belt to his belt. And you don't have to fall in all these. I'm just going to, it's body, it's not upper body strength, it's the step. It's this step right out of the walk for you guys that do the walk. Grab your partner and play with that a little bit. Both sides, both hands.
I think we're actually starting with the hand on this.
Yes. Go ahead and get her hand on her face. Yeah, just
Let's try it one more time.
yeah. I was gonna say just put your hand on his face. Don't jump to step 2 yet. Don't get ahead of me.
What did I do?
Not you, him.
Okay.
He got about that far, then push you.
Okay. All right.
If you start with the hand on the face, you can't hurt him.
Right.
I don't think.
I thought I missed something.